Hi there, and welcome to our live broadcast, HR from Home, Managing Company Policies and Compliance. In today's presentation, we'll be covering how to manage your all-important company policies and documents from one easy-to-access place, plus how you can ensure your employees are able to acknowledge that they've read key policies such as remote working or return to the office instructions. So to start with, I'd just like to introduce myself. I'm Harriet Bosher and I'm the Marketing Manager at Appogee HR. My colleague Megan Watkins is also here today.
Hi, I'm Megan and I'm from the Customer Success team.
So for those of you who might not be familiar with Appogee HR, we're an HR software company providing a range of cloud-based solutions to support people management for SMEs. We've currently got over 800 happy customers in over 50 countries and just over a decade of experience in helping to free businesses from the burden of HR paperwork whilst remaining compliant from wherever your staff are working. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us today and provide you with a quick overview of what we'll be covering in this session. Firstly, why cloud company policy storage is key, particularly during periods of long-term remote working. Then I'll move on to some of the benefits of using HR tech specifically for policies and document management, including how this can enhance your compliance process. In the next section, I'll touch on the specifics of using Appogee HR to manage policies and compliance in our HR software solutions, as well as some of the other benefits we provide. Then Megan will take you through our updated company documents module in more detail, which includes our most recent improvements to this feature, so you can see exactly how we can help you manage this. I'll then move on to talk to you a little bit about our other solutions and the best way you can find one to suit you. Then finally, we'll go into our Q&A. So there should be a chat box at the side of your screen where you can type in any questions you have and a member of our team will be on hand to respond. Alternatively, I'll leave our contact details up on the screen too, so you can get in touch with us directly just for anything specific. So I just wanted to start by touching on why cloud company storage is key, not just at the moment where you might have a large number of your workforce working from home, but also when your staff are working from one or several different office locations. So firstly, and perhaps the most obvious reason, is that you need to ensure your staff can still easily access important policies and documents from any location. This is clearly essential during periods of remote working where your staff will be working from home. However, even if you have most of your employees in the office, you may still have regional sales staff or members of staff on maternity leave or maybe off sick who will also still need to be able to access certain policies and documents relating to their situation. Secondly, keeping all company policies in one easy-to-access location helps your business stay organised, consistent and productive, lessening the need for staff to be asking their managers where documents are being kept and allowing you to access documents you may need for audit purposes. The location of the documents has to be secure and organised, meaning the correct versions need to be stored in these areas, and it should be easy for the right HR or senior management team to be able to update them when needed. Thirdly, you can say goodbye to your filing cabinets. So paper storage just isn't practical in our digital world. And although print can still have its place in your organisation, using paper to share and store documents is costly. And every time you need to update these documents, you're going to need to reprint them for each staff member and even potentially post letters to any regional staff. So saving this space in offices or even on individual desks can be invaluable. And from a security perspective, it's also a better option than leaving paper lying around. Moving on to the next point. So by storing documents in the cloud, it's much easier to keep an audit trail of who has access to what, as well as who has seen the documents in question. By allowing for access control in your chosen system, this makes it easy to take action if you're concerned a staff member maybe won't have seen certain documents. Now, the easiest way to ensure you can see who has acknowledged the documents is to use an HR tech solution which supports this. It may be possible to use spreadsheets and ask staff to fill this in once they've seen documents via Google Sheets or Excel. However, this is not likely to be accurate and it gives you yet another document to have to manage. So this is just one of the reasons why HR tech really is the only acceptable way to store important company policies and documents. And I'll now go through that in more detail. So the benefits of using HR technology for policy and document storage are not just limited to being able to track staff acknowledgement for your audit trails, but I will be covering that in more detail later. So many companies use cloud drives to store information, but as companies grow, ensuring this is secure and accessible can get quite complex. So HR Tech allows you to create one simple and easy to use section in your system, which contains everything your employees legally need to know, and can also include things you want them to know, which might be specific maybe to your office space and or sector. So allowing this information to all be stored in one accessible area saves time, as mentioned on the previous slide, as in your staff won't need to ask where to find information, but it also is able to enhance the employee experience by having a specific, highly informative section that they can dip in and out of when necessary. In line with this, being able to store video documentation allows you to be able to create more engaging and informative internal communications. So the security used in HR Tech, such as different access controls, can mean that you can allow for updates all in the same area as the documents are stored. By this, I mean you're not having to provide read-write access to individuals who don't need it, whilst also being able to allow senior management to upload new or updated versions of documents in the same place, where you might only want other members of staff to have read-only access. So this means you don't have different versions of the same document flying around, so everyone is able to read the correct policies. Streamlining your onboarding and offboarding processes is also something you can do with HR Tech company document storage. With all the correct documentation being stored in one area, anyone who's new to the company or who may be leaving the company will have access to any information they may need to know during the process. So this can help your HR teams point them to one clear area, and you can use clearly defined naming conventions or labels to identify what information they need to know. So as I've already touched on, from an audit perspective, all documents need to be easy to find and easy to update with no confusion around version control. However, a key feature which really separates HR Tech from your typical cloud storage is the ability to track who has read or acknowledged these policies. This is particularly important during times when you have staff working remotely, or particularly during times of potential crisis, such as the current pandemic. Working from home policies or return to work instructions and any ongoing safety procedures need to be clearly outlined, easy to find, and any managers will need to know exactly which members of staff have read these and ensure they're clear on them. By being able to report on such audit trails, you can be rest assured that your employees are well informed, and it gives you peace of mind that staff know how to adhere to the certain policies you've outlined. So moving on to our solution, which fully supports company document and policy storage, as well as employee acknowledgement, Appogee HR. So we believe our software can fully support your requirements to manage these areas, as well as providing you with much, much more in terms of value. I'm going to focus on the document storage abilities here, but we do offer a lot more in terms of our HR solution also. So our Appogee HR solutions are described as very easy to use by our customers, with one specifying that staff were able to start using it straight away. Our company document section allows you to upload different formats of documents, including PDFs and videos, allowing you to have one centralized location for all required employee documents. You can create access that you control, providing you with the ability to select who has read-only and who has delete or upload certain documents. It's easy to report on who has read and acknowledged certain documents, allowing your audit trail to be accurate. We're proud to say that our customer service satisfaction scores and retention rates are very high, with our customers thrilled with the service they receive. We take security extremely seriously too, with our app being securely stored on the Google Cloud platform. Our integrations with G Suite and Microsoft 365 for single sign-on and calendar updates are also a huge hit with our customers, and we're very highly rated on the G Suite marketplace. Finally, we're constantly making updates to Appogee HR to help you manage HR remotely or in the office in line with current events and customer feature suggestions. These updates are automatically applied to your chosen product or package as we make these improvements, and we regularly communicate these updates to our customers. So Megan will now walk you through the company documents area of our solution in much more detail. So I'll hand over to you, Megan.
Thanks, Harriet. So as Harriet mentioned, our company documents feature allows you to store documents, files, and notes relating to the company, which can then be shared with all employees in the organisation or at a team level or by their user role. Company documents can be easily reviewed and accessed by employees, and HR managers can keep on top of document acknowledgement and policy history with our versioning feature. So I've signed in as Luke. He is the HR manager, and I'm just going to navigate to the company documents section. As the HR manager, I can view all documents in this view. They are split into categories to allow for easy organisation and security. You can change between the list and the grid views, just depending on your preference, and you can group them by type if you wish. The first feature I'm going to show you is uploading a brand new policy and requesting the acknowledgement of it. So I'll click the Create Document button here. You can see that these can be a number of different types. So it could be an internal note with various different formatting options. It could be a web link or a YouTube video. If you've got an integration with G Suite or Microsoft 365, you can also link any of your Drive files as well. But I'm just going to upload a regular PDF. The next page allows me to give it a name and categorize it into the relevant type. There's the create date, which is today's date, and then you can have a document date and a review date if you wish. Once the document has been created, you can close the window and continue with something else, or you can configure notifications and acknowledgements. So the notifications will send an email and an in-app notification to anybody, to all employees who have access. And the acknowledgement rules allow you to request acknowledgement of these documents. So we'll go there now. This rules page here allows us to set up different acknowledgement rules. So this could be for all employees, team managers, team members, a specific employee or employees, and by user role as well. So we're just going to do all employees and ask them to review it within the next 3 days. Once this has been created, we can then track the status of it, either in the main company documents view or specifically in this company document itself. So we can see that all of these acknowledgement requests have been sent, and as and when the employees read and acknowledge the documents, this page will be updated accordingly. So let's go back to the main company documents view. Where we can view the read and acknowledgement statuses of all of our documents that we've already uploaded. So we can see here that the health and safety policy has been acknowledged by 8 of 10 employees, with all of them having read it. But the IT security policy has been read by 6 employees and only acknowledged by 5. So what we can do is we can drill into each of these documents, and anybody who hasn't acknowledged these, we can send a nudge. So they'll have already received an email and a notification initially when we set up the acknowledgement. But if they have not done it yet, we can nudge them, and that will resend out an acknowledgement request to them. So the final feature I'm going to show is versioning. So if we go into the IT security policy and have a look at the acknowledgements and the comments against those, we can see that this document actually needs updating. So we're going to create a new version. So in the history tab, we can view all of the history of this policy, the versions that have been previously created here. We can also view the reviews, so who did those and what the comments were and the outcomes of those reviews. So let's just go ahead and submit a new version of this document. So we're going to say that it is no longer valid. Give it a reason. Make the relevant necessary changes. We can see here that re-acknowledgement requests will be sent out once this has been published. So we know that all employees will have a new acknowledgement request of this document. Finally, we can also notify employees if we want to. So this would be anybody who has access to the document will also receive an email or an in-app notification. And then we can create the version, and this will create an extra item in the version history and the reviews. We can see that the previous versions have been archived. So if we go back into the acknowledgements for this particular version, we can see that there have been requested but no acknowledgements. But if we go to a previous version, the previous acknowledgements still stay saved down. So that last feature concludes my demo, and I'll pass you back to Harriet.
Thank you, Megan. So as we've just gone through our company documents module, which is just one of the features we provide in Appogee HR, I just wanted to go through what we offer in terms of our full portfolio of HR solutions. So our Appogee Leave product covers simple online employee self-service absence management with manager approval, allowing you to track and report on who is off sick, working from home, or any other kinds of absence. Appogee HR comes in 2 packages. Our Appogee HR Essentials package provides you with core HR functionality, while Appogee HR Success is our more comprehensive package for advanced HR management, including employee performance and onboarding, and much, much more. Both of these solutions have the company documents module included. Finally, if you're looking for company goals management using the OKR method, we can provide you with Appogee Goals as a standalone product. I also just wanted to let you know that Appogee Leave is also included in both of our HR packages, and Appogee Goals is also included within our HR Success package. So if you're keen to find out more information about us or try any of our HR solutions for yourself, you can head to www.apogeehr.com/trial and select your preferred solution. Your trial will be available to you for free for 14 days, and you don't need a credit card to try us out. For those of you that would prefer to go through a more personalised demonstration to see how we can suit your specific requirements, you can head to our website and follow the button on our homepage to request a demo. If you're not quite ready to try us yet, but would like to stay in touch, follow us on our social media channels. We're very active on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, where we promote videos, blogs, and infographics on a regular basis. Finally, I just wanted to mention that our HR from Home live broadcasts are available in a playlist on YouTube, so please do check that out. We are also going to be running more of these, as there's so much to talk about when it comes to running your people management remotely, as we all get used to the new normal. So thank you again for attending today.